Let me tell you, it is a persistent observation in Scripture that God seldom uses foreigners to liberate a nation or people in captivity. And it has never been with more than one person each time he decides to do so. Look, most times the liberation comes from a capable, concerned, and chosen citizen domiciled in a foreign land, a distance away from the country and people in bondage. Now, this principle or code is firmly active and verifiable in the present-day economic and leadership transformations of Singapore, Israel, Malaysia, Qatar, Russia, Dubai, and some African countries. Now, the reason is simple. Endemically corrupt and massively mismanaged nations and citizens in bondage like ours, yes, cannot be liberated by the same inhabitants or politicians infested with the same evil that holds the country and people bound. It is a proven fact. You check it yourself. Therefore, Nigeria cannot be an exception to this universal code for successful national liberation, freedom, peace, and prosperity. Meaning, Nigeria can never be successfully and swiftly liberated by the crop of recycled, non-value-adding, jobless, and endemically corrupt politicians on parade today in our country, no matter the origin, color, or name of the coalition they hide under. So don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Be alert. Now, my fellow citizen, my name is Israel Nonyerem Davidson, a senior academic at the Newcastle Business School in the United Kingdom. You see, like Nehemiah of the biblical firm, the social, political, and other events in our country have touched not only my heart, but conscience too. The whole world is in shock over the turn of events in our country. These have far-reaching implications, particularly in conditioning the world's view of Nigerians and the black race in general. Look, the reason for our economic and political states today, or why other races continue to feel superior despite our intellectual and other capabilities, are not too complex to figure out. For example, recently, Associate Professor Chono raised major concerns about the makeup of the Nigerian political arena and leadership. I quote, "In Nigeria, it is easier for dropouts, the incompetent, inexperienced, corrupt, and men of illegitimate and unmerited wealth to secure government appointments and political power." Unquote. Consequently, our politicians are acutely sick, S-I-C, meaning selfish, incompetent, and corrupt. A cocktail of these three evils delivers nothing but a failed state, a failed state. Now watch this. For their incompetence, insensitivity to the plight of the average Nigerian, and lack of patriotism, they compensate themselves with extremely generous salaries and pension scheme beyond the reach of leaders of free and prosperous economies like the US, UK, China, Singapore, and Dubai. You remain silent, suffering and smiling. Why? Now let me give you some statistics that might shake you. A senator receives 36 million naira monthly. At this rate, half the monthly salaries of all the 109 current senators will provide gainful employment to more than 21,000 Nigerians at a monthly salary of 90,000 naira each. A member of the House of Representatives receives 25 million naira monthly. Nigeria has 316 members in the House of Representatives. Half of their salaries can employ more than 48,000 Nigerians who can live comfortably at over 90,000 naira monthly. According to former Governor Peter Obi, I quote, "None of you knows what a governor earns. Quote me anywhere. It is something you can't imagine. Unquote. Look, in the current economic climate, this is not only daylight robbery, but also an unpardonable injustice that must be corrected urgently, with your help. You may have noticed recently how these politicians are wasting millions of naira and other currencies on marrying each other to protect their ruling class. They even have the audacity to televise these lavish weddings as though royalty or a national event. Though shocked and angry, you remain silent. Why? Other politicians are empowering their youth with goats, tea scales, and wheelbarrows, while leaders of Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait are fortifying the future of generations through investment in education, technology, infrastructure, and tourism. Meanwhile, these same Nigerian politicians have their children in Europe and America empowered not with goats, tea scales, or wheelbarrows, but world-class education and proceeds of corruption. Wow, what a country. Meanwhile, Nigerian civil servants and pensioners remain unpaid for months. Educational institutions and hospitals are massively underfunded, and Nigerians are paying with their lives every day. Yet we remain silent. In the meantime, corruption and lack of accountability continue unabated. For example, according to the federal government, Nigerian agencies comprising Department of Customs, Nigerian Ports Authority, and Federal Inland Revenue Services generated 3.9 trillion naira in 2017, in addition to 10 trillion naira from oil and gas. In the same period, crude oil price increased from $27 to $70 per barrel. Production increased from 800,000 barrels per day to 2 million per day, 150% growth. In 2017, EFCC recovered more than 437 billion naira made up of foreign and local currencies. As at the end of 2016 fiscal year, EFCC had recovered over 400 trillion naira. Yet, according to Pastor Tunde Bakri, if you really know the truth, how much we owe as a nation, you will cry for this and future generation. You will cry for yourself. Here's the irony. Despite these colossal amounts, borrowed, recovered, or earned, our nation is unable to fund 8.6 trillion naira budget for 2018 without resorting to further borrowing. Yet, the Senate remains impotent. The House of Assembly is silent and sleeping. And the Nigerian people act hypnotized. What a people, what a nation. Do you still wonder why some races continue to feel superior? And their embassies and governments treat Nigerian citizens and government as assholes.